took like 28 years before we got a sequel to Happy Gilmore. Of course, filling in a trend we've seen lately of 80s and 90s movies getting a late sequel. Fine. That's fine. So Happy Gilmore 2 came out July 25th, 2025 on Netflix. Directed by Kyle Newacek. Original director Dennis Dugan did make a cameo as Doug Thompson again, but possibly he's an elder gentleman. He probably just doesn't, I assume he doesn't direct as much anymore. I probably should have looked into that.
That and Kyle Newacek seems to be doing really well for himself. He's directed episodes of Broad City. I've seen him direct other things, like his name on other things. And of course, he's from Workaholics, I think, originally, which was a great show.
Yeah, the comedy chops to bring to it. And I assume I should have looked these up. I usually don't look up all the connections between these people. It is, again, written by Tim Herlihy and Adam Sandler. They brought back a lot of the original cast and also, a couple recasts here and there. But Adam Sandler, Christopher McDonald, Julie Bowen, and then you have things like the son of the boss. And instead of Carl Weathers' character, which Carl Weathers sadly passed away in 2024, they had
sad
gentleman play his son and then played, he also had a removable hand.
Yep. And they called him Slim.
And also they intended to have Chubbs in the movie. So the original drafts of the script had Chubbs in the movie. But obviously in real life, he passed away. So what they did is they did a lot of homage to him in this movie. So that's definitely felt throughout. IMDb rating 6.1 out of 10, a little bit less. Rotten Tomatoes, 63% tomato meter, 65% popcorn meter. So kind of in the so-so range. Some people were really upset about this movie. Some people were generally okay. What's funny is when I looked at the budget on IMDb, the budget was listed as $30 million. This is a case where the IMDb stats are wrong. The budget was $152.5 million.
Whoa, how'd they get it that wrong?
I don't know. And I don't know where that came from, but it was at least $150 million because there was a whole article talking about how this movie broke records for a movie filmed in New Jersey that spent that much money. It's actually the most expensive movie shot in New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So we went from, was it British Columbia where the original was shot to New Jersey?
Yeah, Vancouver. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Box office can't get numbers really there either because it's a Netflix movie and they only release numbers when they feel like it. But it did break streaming records for Netflix. This includes earning...
Fuck you, Netflix.
Netflix, I just want numbers. I just want to be able to look at stuff. They got
ruining everything.
They got 46.7 million views in the first 3 days after it was uploaded onto the platform.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm still kind of glad it was a Netflix movie and not one I had to go see in the movie theater because I feel like that colors my judgment on how funny a comedy should be. Like if I go to the movie theater, I'm spending money directly. I want it to be like amazing. And this movie was fine. I enjoyed parts of it. I laughed out loud, but there were parts where I was like, okay, I'm kind of glad this is on Netflix.
Yeah.
But also famously, this is part of a multi-picture deal with Netflix. Did you know this? That Netflix has a whole deal with Adam Sandler?
No.
It's been years in the making. Started around 2015 from what I could tell. Sandler first signed a production deal with Netflix in 2014, which was then extended in 2017. And then I think it was extended again. And they kept signing him for like 4-picture deals exclusively for Netflix. So that's really what's kept him out of this traditional movie theater is he's gotten this deal with Netflix. It's a $250 million deal to do content with Netflix.
That's total what he's made off of.
It's just the deal for the
contracts?
rights to his movies. I think it's hard for me to figure out the specifics on it because I'm not a money person, but I did realize that they saw a cash cow in the fact that they could have some exclusive Sandler movies. They looked at stats like the fact that he made more than $10 billion at the box office for all of his movies. $10 billion for one person is amazing. And also all of his movies that were made prior to his deals with Netflix, all those movies were doing really well on Netflix. So
I see.
They noticed that between 2015 to 2020, Netflix subscribers watched 2 billion hours of Sandler movies on the platform. And this
Man.
deal was very fortuitous for him because he'd been apparently, like I told you, he's freaking busy. He had been pitching a number of projects elsewhere in Hollywood with not as much success. Like some people were questioning if his movies appealed to a wide enough audience anymore, but Netflix saw the potential because people were clearly watching his movies still, and they signed him to this deal.
Yeah.
I have a running list, and this might not even be all of them. It was very hard to pin down. It's a mixed bag. I'm going to be honest. I do like Adam Sandler. Some of these movies are not good.
He doesn't hit them out of the park every time.
Not
for
every
sure.
time, but I think, generally speaking, did well for himself.
Yeah.
But we've got, for specifically Netflix movie deals, we have 2015, The Ridiculous Six, which has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my God, I never watched that one.
I don't think some people did not. Yeah. I mean, it got a lot of views, but then it got a 0%. So apparently a lot of people were upset about it. So 2015, The Ridiculous Six. 2016, The Do-Over. I heard that did poorly too. 2017, Sandy Wexler. Never heard of it. 2018, The Week Of. Never heard of it. 2019, Murder Mystery. Heard of it.
Yeah, that was with Jennifer Aniston, right?
Yeah. And they ended up doing another one. 2020, Hubie Halloween. I tried that movie twice. I didn't get through it. Maybe I'd be more in a mood for it this Halloween. We'll see. 2020, The Wrong Missy. Again, a movie I didn't know existed.
I watched that one. It was okay.
You saw The Wrong Missy?
Yeah, I did. It had a couple of good moments in it, but overall I feel like it fell kind of flat.
That feels right.
Even though I do like the actors.
Yeah.
I like all the actors in
I
it.
feel like some of these were pushed through. 2022, he's in Hustle. 2023 is Murder Mystery 2. And 2023 as well, You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah. Which apparently was good.
Which it stars his two daughters.
Oh, I love that. So yeah, there's a mixed bag here. Some are good, some are in between, and some are actually not great. But Netflix doesn't really care as long as people are tuning in. That means it's working. So cool.
They need views, not money.
I mean, as long as it keeps their subscribers on. Like that's why box office and Netflix numbers are hard to quantify. And also when I get upset that they cancel the shows I like. Anyway, the IMDB description is terrible. It's revisit Happy Gilmore's golf career after his win in the Tour Championship. This feels like a fifth grader wrote this for a book report.
It does not. Yeah,
No, but
I mean, even for like a victory lap movie, it's like kind of a pathetic.
It's not a good
for a
description.
summary.
I don't know who's doing this. Some of these IMDb descriptions are really lazy. Sorry, guys. Do you need copywriting? I can do that. Rotten Tomatoes has a better description. This actually tells you what happens in the movie more. Happy Gilmore was at the top of his game until a stroke of bad luck changed everything. Can golf's one-time bad boy make a comeback fit for a legend? I mean, it's a little gussied up, but that at least tells you more of what happens in the movie.
Yeah.
So this movie, I think, as we mentioned, is chock full of cameos and like bit players and people from the first movie. The IMDb tally is 77 cameos in Happy Gilmore 2, from golf legends to Hollywood stars.
Is that some kind of record?
I don't know. It feels like it should be. That's a lot of people. Like even Julie Bowen
So
was
many.
quoted as saying, like, I just looked at the call sheet. Who's coming today?
Yeah, wild.
Yeah, but basically,
And I didn't even recognize some of them.
I didn't either, but I can recognize like, oh, it's a golf person. Cool. But what happens a lot in this movie, and I'm sure you noticed, is they do a lot of flashbacks to the first movie.
Yeah.
With little scenes from and it was cute and like nostalgic at first, but they do it a little too much. They lean on it too much, and I wish they would trust people could pick up what they're talking about. Like, oh, you're his son. Okay. You don't have to keep showing the scenes and back and forth. So that slowed the pace up a bit.
Yeah, like let the news story be what it is and let it develop.
Exactly.
Use that time more wisely.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, where it falls flat on those things, there are parts where it's genuinely enjoyable. So we're picking up years after him being this big golf star. He has a big family with his wife, Virginia. They have 5 kids.
5 children.
5 children.
Oh my God.
4 boys and 1 girl.
She's the youngest, of course.
She is the youngest, but she's also definitely the most talented. They show I mean, did you get this? The boys are a bunch of doofuses. Like, no offense. I know that's how they're being portrayed on purpose, but they're like a bunch of Boston meatheads. No offense to the Boston meatheads of the world, but they're like just constantly ready to fight people. So much. But
we call them jabronis.
They're jabronis. That's accurate. And then what's her name? Vienna. Vienna is
Vienna.
She's the daughter, and she's studying ballet, and apparently she's incredibly talented at it. You know, she's having private lessons at home, and the teacher's like, the only way she's going to keep continuing and getting better is if she goes to this really fancy, expensive school in Paris. So that becomes the goal. But Happy hasn't played golf in a long time. In fact, he said he never would again, because the very last time he played golf, he hit the ball really hard, like he does. He does his big wind up. He hits the ball smack dab, and he hits Julie Bowen's character, Virginia, in the head and kills her.
Murders his own. This is the only death he directly causes.
But he didn't mean, again, it's accidental, but it was just, wow,
Right.
He keeps accidentally killing the people around him that he loves. This is too much. So yeah, trauma, lots of trauma.
Such sad.
He's not, he's not digging this, but years pass, and now he's just this minor local celebrity who doesn't dare touch a golf club. He's pretty over it. The guilt over his wife's death is still hanging heavily over him. And he's at the grocery store at one point, and he's recognized by this man. It's Frank Manatee. What a name. He's this energy drink mogul who smells weird.
Yeah, apparently his breath is all disgusting.
It's gross because of the energy drink he's been peddling. But he's like, hey, I'm starting this new league. It's going to be, a new jazzed up version of golf. It's really cool. We really want you to be the face of it. And Happy's like, basically, hell no. And embarrasses the hell out of this guy to the point where he's going to swear his undying revenge for the rest of the movie.
Well, this is where he throws the guy into the lobster tank, right?
He does. And sometimes you just need to be thrown into a lobster tank. So again, we have the double conflict thing.
Sometimes you got to do it.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes you got to do it. So we have the double conflict thing again. We have the money conflict, which is sending his daughter to school, and also the personal conflict between him and this jerk. So he's got to be a jerk. At this point in my notes, I
so many
wrote down
complicating things. Yeah.
Yeah, you need some complications. You need the eventual motivation of like, well, the one thing I can do is I can play golf, so I'll do that to raise money for my kid. I was going to say, have you seen the movie Good Burger?
I've seen clips of it. I've never watched it start to finish.
Okay, you might have been aged out by the time this movie was on TV, but Good Burger was this movie in 1997 starring Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell in a spinoff from Nickelodeon's All That. And in this story, Good Burger is a basic fast food chain competing with the new neighbor, which is Mondo Burger. Mondo Burger is fashionable and futuristic looking, and the burgers are also packed with an illegal food additive that makes them giant. So the vibes of Good Burger versus Mondo Burger and the vibes of this energy drink mogul jazzing up golf and traditional golf, they felt like very parallel stories. So I felt like it was very relatable to me. It was like we got to embrace traditionalism versus the new shiny thing that's fake and is not going to last. So that's why I wrote that down.
Nice. So the ingredient makes the people big, or it makes the burger big?
No, it made the burgers big. It was called Mondo Burger because the burgers were enormous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they look cartoonish. It's very cartoonish. You had to be a child to be watching this movie.
I think not only had I maybe sort of reached a point where I would be aging out from the appropriate audience for that, but also my parents never wanted to spring for cable. So as much as I enjoyed Nickelodeon when I got to see it, I never got to see it at home. So whatever I got to see was at the mercy of a friend.
Come on, Mom and Dad. You're harsh in my
I know.
vibe.
Now they have all the channels, and I'm like, why do you even have cable?
I know.
Oh, how things change.
Things have changed very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go over the plot of the second movie, but I'm going to kind of gloss over it because, I mean, it is essentially a new movie, and I'd like people to get a chance to watch it if they want to. Again, spoilers a podcast. If you want to see this movie and you don't want any spoilage, it's too late. You've already been spoiled, but you can actually stop here and pick up again later. I initially had some issues with them killing off Julie Bowen's character, his wife.
Yeah.
But the more I thought about it, like screenwriting wise, it makes sense that had to be the thing that got him to stop playing golf. It had to be something really serious. It couldn't have been he hit some random person and felt so much guilt, because like he hits people all the time.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have had the impact if he accidentally killed someone in the crowd. I feel like it wouldn't have been enough, unfortunately, thematically.
Yeah.
So it kind of had to be someone close. Yeah, so I got upset at first for them fridging her character, but in the end, it makes sense. But plus, it also tells a very touching story about this very masculine dude just raising children by himself and just making a go of it and supporting his daughter's dreams of being an actress. Vienna, of course, is played by his actual daughter, Sunny Sandler. Sunny, which is very cute.
That's a cute name.
So yeah, I talked about how he was approached by the CEO of Maxi Energy Drink, Frank Manatee. But yeah, so he needs to come up with $75,000 a year for this school in Paris for Vienna. So he has to come up with a plan, and it means, hey, I'm going to return to golf and win another tournament. I'm sure it's fine. Now there is
It's all going to be fine.
It's all going to work out perfectly. So we do get a little aside from his character. We go and see what Shooter McGavin's been up to. Mm-hmm. He's been in a mental institution since the close of the last movie.
Rough stuff for Shooter.
He didn't handle losing very well. But what's also funny is that Ben Stiller's character makes a reappearance here. And now he's an orderly. Again, just abusing people in a facility. Not cool.
At least it's not an inpatient facility at this point, but he is abusing all of the, they call them alkies instead of Alcoholics Anonymous. It's like, what's the name of the group? I don't know. It's obviously a play on it.
Oh gosh, it was bad. But yeah, so Sandler ended up, sorry, not Sandler, Happy ended up in, basically AA, but not really AA. It was run by, of course, Ben Stiller's character, who's a jerk. And his thing is that he gets these people to like wash his car as penance. It's so bad.
And like repaint the outside of his house. And yeah, because you see a couple of them. I think it's his other daughter. I cannot remember her name.
Yeah,
Sadie. Yeah. She plays Charlotte. I don't remember her name, her character's name, but she's also in the AA program, which is not AA, but similar.
Yeah.
And
and she's more of a wisecracking person, a little bit more aware of what's going on.
She's a little darker, a bit of an edge.
He kind of befriends her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he befriends her, and I think he's clear that he's going to have to break this up too.
Yeah.
What's funny is Adam Sandler did not pick up a golf club for like 20 years. He literally said that he got on set and he just grabbed a golf club and hit a ball, and he's like, okay, I guess I'm still good enough.
Wow.
He didn't train at all to do this movie. I mean, it's a movie. He's an actor,
Yeah.
They're faking most of this anyway, but
yeah, because they had a double do the actual shots for him because he wasn't quite in the shape that he used to be.
I mean, sure. He also makes a joke that is hockey. Is it called a jersey? Oh God, I'm so not sports. His hockey jersey.
The Bruins.
Also, he's like, I had to get a couple extra X's added onto the sides. I'm like, no, you didn't. You're not a big man, sir. You're fine. But there's a lot of self-deprecating humor behind the scenes of this movie.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So Happy goes to this really prestigious golf event, and it's hosted by Doug Thompson, also known as Dennis Dugan, his former director of the first movie.
Yeah.
And it's suggested that they're going to do a tournament between Maxi Golf, creepy energy drink guy, and traditional golf. So these pro golfers in this tournament or in this event are like, yeah, we gotta stand up for traditional golf. We don't want any of their crappy fancy stuff. People might stay awake. Terrible. I don't.
Brutal, Bridget. That's brutal.
I can appreciate it though.
But I agree.
I have some appreciation for golf because I've got family that golfs and they can be very good at it. However, I never gained the skill and I just don't understand it. And that's okay. It still makes a good story. So Sandler meets a new potential caddy, the busboy, Oscar, which, did you know who this guy was?
I recognized his face, but I didn't
the guy was
think
Oscar.
Through who he was or where I'd seen him before. But I know somewhere I had seen him. So where is he from?
So he's Bad Bunny.
That's Bad Bunny?
Yeah, I didn't know either. I'm so... My neighbors would have been like, "Are you kidding me? Of course that's Bad Bunny." It's like, I don't know. I don't.
That makes me feel like
So I lost some cool points.
Don't know who Bad Bunny is. Like maybe I didn't see him before because I don't. I mean, I know the name Bad Bunny, but I don't really know anything about that artist.
Well, also his fellow waiter is none other than Travis Kelce, famously Taylor Swift's fiance.
Now her fiance,
football player.
Yes.
Just making some people mad in the sports world.
I want to make them even more mad and tell them that I did not recognize Travis Kelce. Someone had to tell me that was him.
I didn't know who any of these people were. I'm going to be honest. I don't know any. I did not know Bad Bunny. I did not know Travis Kelce. You could have told me these were up and coming actors, and I've been like, oh, how sweet. Good for them.
Because I thought they did a good job. I was on board with all of them.
Stunt casting, apparently, it doesn't work on me unless it's someone really obscure that I happen to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's funny is
so far above all of us, Bridget.
We're just, it's not our level of geekdom. Our level of geekdom is a certain sector, and then there's this. At this event also, or actually at the competition that follows, Happy meets Will Zalatoris, who was the caddy he once choked during his early days in the first movie. Again, we got to flashback.
Little blonde kid with the manga haircut.
We've got another golf cameo from Will Zalatoris, who was the caddy he once choked. Okay, I see. Billy Jenkins comes later. He's one of the people he is going to compete against.
Billy's the guy from The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment, which I was looking at this guy's face. I'm like, it's so familiar. And I had to Google who it was right then and there. I'm like, oh my God, it's Haley Joel Osment. Yeah. He doesn't see dead people anymore.
He's so good. But he was a dead person on What We Do in the Shadows. He played a zombie on that show. Right. He did so good. He did good in this movie too. I love
that show. Yeah. Happy is going to beat Zalatoris. That's the idea. He's gonna I don't remember. I should have watched it again. So we get reintroduced to Shooter McGavin, and our CEO from Maxi Golf is trying to get him to basically play against Happy and win. And he plays on his like insecurities and stuff. You know, this guy, he gets him out of the mental institution, and he's like, here, I'm going to give you your career back. You get your revenge. And when Shooter sees how crazy this Maxi Golf situation is, he realizes that even he can't sacrifice his morals. Like, they're literally doing a medical procedure to increase their golfers' flexibility. It's kind of gross.
Yeah, the scene where like Shooter figures it out is it's some hip tendon.
Yeah.
And Shooter, it's kind of a funny scene when Frank is trying to explain to Shooter how that works and how they figured out that it works. And it's an x-ray of somebody's body that had a shoe in his ass. And it was a very funny, like confusing kind of moment where Shooter like still can't figure it out. He thinks it has to do with the shoe and not the tendon.
You want a shoe in the ass? Is that how you get flexibility? No, God damn. We just saw the x-ray because the guy had this injury, and then we realized he was missing this tendon, and we realized if you cut the tendon, you're going to be more flexible and therefore have an edge. So you put a shoe in his ass? Forget about the shoe. I mean, that was funny. I mean, the fact that that he can play such a basically the straight man in the comedy, he can just say it so plainly and be like, "Is that how it is?" It was really good comedic timing on that.
Yeah, he did well.
But yeah, so Happy is playing against the Maxi Golf players, which includes Billy Jenkins, Haley Joel Osment, and a bunch of other people that have like hip, cool names that are obviously just bit players. I forget what the woman was called, but she was called something weird like Extreme or something. I forget. Not worth looking up.
Jeez, I've forgotten as well.
Yeah, I forget. They had all wild names. It reminded me of like the 90s skateboarding things. It'd be like, my name is like Coolio McGee, and I like Capri Sun and I don't even know. There was a lot of Coolio stuff in the
I'm
in the
Razor
90s
Blade
where
Jackson. Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. But yeah, so this movie, it shows a lot about Happy growing as an individual. You know, he's got the newfound sobriety, and he's getting back into golf without, dealing with his guilt complex. He revisits his happy place, which it starts out young Julie Bowen holding 2 pitchers of beer, and then modern Julie Bowen walks into the scene and she's like, Happy, this isn't. It's fine. I'm not judging your proclivities, but like, this isn't your happy place anymore. And it's funny because he matured with it. He and actually the character and the man and Adam Sandler himself seem to have matured comedically at this point. What's also funny is Julie Bowen said that she was perfectly fine dressing up scantily clad and doing this dream sequence and stuff. And she's like, and then Shooter grabbed my ass. In the first movie, she's like, I'm fine with it. I didn't feel objectified at all. It's just a dream sequence. It's kind of funny that she was so chill about it.
That's cool. Yeah. I always think about that when I watch actresses do things that I'm like, seems like such an awkward thing to do.
I couldn't.
But I guess with acting training, you have to have some comfort level with other people touching you, right? Like, even if they're strangers, but you're working with them, and that's part of the scene, so you have to do it.
You could be a married person with children, and she is a married person with children in real life. Mm-hmm. And, you have to be okay with portraying someone else's wife on TV or in a movie.
Yeah.
And, smooching them and doing all kinds of stuff. And it's like, if you're a professional actor, that's part of the job. You separate yourself from the character.
Yeah.
Unless you decide to date your co-stars, then it gets messy. But
we wouldn't know anything about that.
Not at all. So Happy gets a new mentor in the role of Slim Peterson, played by Lavelle Crawford. He's the son of Chubbs. And so we get a lot of callbacks to Chubbs, and it's very nostalgic and sweet. Slim also has a fake hand, which is getting chopped up and messed up the more he goes. Like, his fingers all break off at some point. Just doesn't bother to replace them. It's a whole thing. But he was really fun. He was really, really fun. Yeah, I enjoyed him.
Me too.
But yeah, it becomes this whole moral thing between traditional golf and how, the right way to doing things, and this really skeezy, cheaty, maxi energy drink version of golf. Obviously, our guys are going to win. This is not giving away. That's how the movie's going to end. But what's funny is, Frank's energy drink company finally gets shut down because it causes health issues like gingivitis, which is why his breath always smelled so bad. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you got tons of golf pros doing cameos and stuff like that. But I'd say the parts where this movie excels is that it is comedic. It does feel like a movie straight out of the 90s, slightly updated, but still funny and heartfelt. I enjoyed the silliness. I enjoyed the goofy shots of the ball going extremely far, impossibly far. I love the kind of cartoony aspect of the humor. Mm-hmm. But the parts where I feel like it slowed down and it lagged was we relied too heavily on nostalgia bait. We had too many scenes where we looked back at a scene from the previous movie. At first it was sweet. The first time I saw one, the second time I saw one, and then it was like, oh no, we're still doing this.
Yeah.
And every time you go back to these flashbacks, it slows down the pace. And I really just want to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, honestly, I was even a little touch disappointed with the intro because I was like, oh, they're doing the intro the exact same way. I feel like it was I was like, oh, I hope they don't do this the whole time. And then they kind of did.
Right.
And
yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia baiting.
yeah.
I think there's a healthy mix between nostalgia and callbacks and then something fresh. But I mean, they did grow and change in some ways. So I don't know. I give them points for trying. Now, a lot of people who did see this movie were like, it was okay, or I was a little disappointed. And I feel that. I feel like that there's space for that. It's not a perfect movie, but then again, it's a comedy and it's a sequel. And it was released 20 something years after the original. So like, there's a lot of big shoes to fill. And
sure, yeah.
I think they hit enough marks that it's an enjoyable movie. And even though I felt like it was Good Burger Part 2 with the similar, Coolio guys versus the traditional guys. I mean, again, this is probably just a common plot point in a lot of movies. I think they did a decent enough job. Now, we often ask, should they have done it?
That's kind of the whole point, yeah.
That's kind of the whole point.
That's what we're doing here.
Should they? Shouldn't they? Does it deserve to exist? We ask really heavy questions. I don't think it's that heavy of a decision. Netflix had to deal with Adam Sandler. His movies do well. People watched this movie. It made sense for them to make it. It's not great. I think it could have been a little better, but I still enjoyed parts of it. Should they have made it? That's asking questions, but I don't know. I think it was enough of a romp that it was fun, and it's not going to be on my list of movies I have to watch again, but probably should have so I could remember more people's names.
Well, there were 70 cameos?
There was so many cameos. Oh my goodness. But I think one thing I really did like, this is one thing where I thought they really shined, is that they were definitely setting up Shooter McGavin as the villain again and teasing that he's going to be the big bad. He's coming back into himself. He's going to get that gold jacket.
He's getting checked out of the insane asylum by the CEO of the energy drink company. He's extra
dangerous because he's crazy. But they didn't go for that. He had more. I love the fingers. She's doing. They didn't do that. I love that they didn't do that because he was teased as the villain. And when he's confronted with the really unethical practices of this hip new style of golf, he decides not to do that, and he joins Gilmore's side to take them down. Yeah. And I thought that was a cool way to turn the whole villain thing on its head. Because if it was him again, I don't know if it would be as interesting. They needed a fresh villain. They needed a fresh problem. It couldn't be saving the house again. It couldn't be Shooter McGavin again, because then you're rehashing the same jokes.
Yeah,
so
and maybe
I'm giving points for that.
Maybe rehashing them more than they already kind of were. I agree. I think they did well to find a new villain.
I think so. I think having a fresh villain and also turning the villain and ally thing on its head was helpful. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I overall enjoyed this movie. I'm not upset that I had to sit there and watch a Happy Gilmore 2. There are parts where I think it lags, and there are parts where I think it did really well. So. I mean, it has a 60-something% on all the different rating systems. I feel like everybody felt so-so, a little positive of so-so on the movie. I think that's all I've got. I was trying to look up more.
No, that's okay.
Oh, Hal L. Ben Stiller's character is eventually found out, obviously. The people in the AA meeting get their revenge on him, I believe.
Yep, they sure do.
Who else?
Because
I think Adam Sandler's wife was in the movie too.
She was the ballet teacher. Her name is Jackie.
Okay, yes. Family affair.
Yeah, totally. they all were in it. I really did like seeing Shooter and Happy Gilmore come together to fight a common enemy, and I think that they both. I mean, if Shooter's reliable for caring about tradition, right? He proved that in the first movie, and seeing him in the second movie changing that, I think, would go against his nature. And Happy Gilmore, of course, was not necessarily attached to the tradition of it, but he became attached to the tradition of it as he developed as a golfer, which we did not see because that was after the first movie ended. But should this movie have existed? Should this movie have been made? Should they have made Happy Gilmore 2?
Sometimes I wonder if that's not the right question.
It may not be with this one.
Sometimes I wonder if it's not the right question that we're in.
Because while I would say my honest answer to that is no, in its current form, I also am not necessarily like just gonna shit on it. Like there were moments I enjoyed. I really liked Oscar the Caddy. I even liked his cousin Esteban, who was like, who actually reminds me of one of my friend's new boyfriends.
That's so great.
Both times that I watched it, I was like, that's him. That's just his essence right there. Yeah, he's got a very like, I don't know, joyful sort of demeanor. And that guy, and Esteban kind of has that too, even though he's obviously very silly. So like,
and of course we have a Rob Schneider moment in there too. I forgot he was in there.
Well, we can't leave him out.
He's in there. He's like, it's all these comedians just end up in the same movies together. I'm just looking at the list of people in this movie, and there's so many. I didn't even know that, like, for example, where did he go? Post Malone was in here.
Yeah,
I think
Post
I might have
Malone,
recognized
was he
him.
the DJ?
He's got a ton of tattoos on his face.
What's DJ?
He's the DJ. Omar. Yeah, I think I did sort of recognize him. You're right.
He goes by DJ Omar Gosh.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Oh my gosh. And Eric Andre was in there as well. Like, they had quite the cast. Steve Buscemi obviously was in there as the neighbor.
Always love Steve Buscemi. He's one of my faves.
Like, it feels like they just had a good time coming together and making this movie.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's kind of cool. But now we can make new movies, right?
Yeah.
Do a new original, crazy, funny movie. You got it in you somewhere. What's funny is, like, I still like Adam Sandler movies, but this one article I saw, it was on Bleeding Cool. They were really like, they were really vicious about the whole Netflix deal with Adam Sandler. They're like, good, keep him out of the theaters. Thanks, Netflix. Like, whoa, dang.
Wow, that's harsh.
So angry.
Yeah,
it was a little too harsh.
Wow.
Okay, I think I was a little messy with my retelling, but hopefully that was everything important. Oh yeah, I mean, obviously Vienna ships off to the airport. She's going to go to Paris for this school, so happily ever after. And at the end, the film ends again with Happy seeing his loved ones, seeing him in the sky. Oh, how lovely.
There is one thing we haven't touched on yet.
Yes.
And that is, well, I guess we did very briefly, the sons. Just
we did.
I don't know, I feel like, I mean, they served a purpose for sure, and they brought their chaos and everything.
Didn't they say that the hockey won out over the golf genes or something? Yeah. That's why they're so brash.
Yeah, well, you get raised by a man with a temper like that. Also, people tend to let boys just go wild anyway, so I don't know.
They were pretty wild. They were so much.
Yeah.
But again, did they add much to the story? Not too much.
Not as much as they could have.
Yeah, they could have played more of a part, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
really just focused
they helped
on the daughter,
out,
which was cool. Which was very sweet.
They beat up Eminem, which, you know,
they sure
was
did.
Very sweet.
Eminem was in this movie.
I didn't recognize him either, even though I definitely know who Eminem is and what he looks like. For some reason,
Girl, I had to look up so many people. I did not recognize. I'm terrible with these celebrity cameos. I'd be like, oh, who's that gentleman? Oh, that's only one of the most famous artists there is.
Oh. Yeah,
okay.
I did not know about Bad Bunny, but I did like him a lot in that role. I just thought he was an actor.
I did too.
Does that
Little
make me
did
old?
I know. I think it made me old. Okay, so I think we'll wrap this up since we've gone on and on. I think at the end of the day, go ahead, make your sequels to movies from over 20 years ago. Just be open to criticism. If people are like, hey, it's a rehash and, you know, you could have done more with this and you didn't. Like, no matter what, people are not always going to be happy. But I think there was enough funny jokes in it that I still enjoyed watching it. And I think I texted you afterward. I'm like, oh, that was decent. You know?
I think it seems like the kind of thing where they decided they were going to They decided they were going to make the sequel, and they decided to have a lot of fun making it. And that's what it seems like to me. And I don't ever want to say that enjoying what you're doing shouldn't be the point.
Yeah.
But I think enjoying what you're doing and also making something a really strong story and like piece of work, I think can coexist.
I do wonder, like, when people know the outlet is Netflix, is it, you know, are we phoning it in a little bit? Or is it easier to put that script together? Is there less people interfering? Sometimes less people interfering is good, and sometimes it's crazy. Like, some of the worst movies ever have like 12 writers on it because they could never nail down what the story should be. Mm-hmm. And the vision gets muddied. And other times you get, you know, you need someone who should say no. Lots of Stephen King straight to, you know, video type films. Not the ones in the theater. The ones in the theater are pretty good. But like the ones you see on TV, broken up by 100,000 commercials, they're not as strong.
Yeah, I mean, Maximum Overdrive, which you could argue, I mean, is it a good movie or is it a so bad it's good movie? Like,
is it an experience? Maximum Overdrive is just one of those movies that's like, you have to, like, I like just saying out of nowhere when people talk about bad movies, have you seen Maximum Overdrive?
And it's a valid question.
I think people are afraid to tell Stephen King no, and that's been the case for a long time, but I still respect him as a writer, so I hate, you know, crapping on his stuff. Okay, so that was a really long-winded way of me saying, because it was on Netflix, they might have phoned in a little bit, but you know what? They had fun with the production. They filmed in New Jersey, probably helped the infrastructure there. That sounds amazing. Everybody had a great time. And yeah, sometimes movies exist just as popcorn fuel, and I'm okay with that.
I do have one other quote from Christopher McDonald, which I would love to share, even though it's kind of out of order from what we're doing.
That's okay.
He said, quote, "I meet all these great players. They all try that shot. They think it's the funniest thing in the world." End quote.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, because his Happy Gilmore golf swing, he takes several steps and whacks it as hard as he can.
Yeah.
And he's in, like, what are they? They're like hiking boots or something. Or
they're like Timberlands,
construction boots. They're like Timberlands, yeah. So they are very unsuited. I kept thinking, I actually wrote a note while I was watching it. Those look super uncomfortable to be doing this swing in. You know, footwear is very important.
They also look like they're not tied properly a lot of the time.
Yeah, they're loose, right? They look like the laces are loose. So he's wearing a saggy, like a over large hockey jersey. He's wearing the Timbs.
Sweatpants.
He does not look like he's suited for this at all, which is... It's part of the fun is that he's a good golfer, but he doesn't dress the part. So
right, he's the bad boy.
He might not embrace traditionalism all the way.
Yeah. Not at that point, certainly.
Yeah, it's funny. He couldn't putt in the first movie, and then he makes a shot in one hit, and he's like, "Yeah, Chubbs, maybe I should just try getting it in one." And he's like, "Yeah,
that was a whole lot easier than putting."
That was good.
Yeah.
You know what? Enjoyable movies, especially the first one. And I'm here for the Adam Sandler of it all. Some of them are not going to be winners, but I feel like he's got a decent enough track record and he's got a decent enough filmography. He's going to keep making movies.
He's got a decent deal going with Netflix for himself.
I know. I wonder how many are left on that deal. We'll have to find out.
Well, if it was signed in 2014 or 2015.
I think it was signed in 2014, but then they re-upped it like a few years later. So like in 2014, it was like 4 movies. They got through the 4 movies and then they're like, let's do it again. I think they did it again as well. So
that's wild.
This is part of the deal. I don't know if it's the last one of the deal or if there's more to come.
Yeah, they may keep re-upping. Who knows?
Yeah, you're going to stay here forever.
They've got him locked in the basement at Netflix.
Keep making comedies. Netflix got really dark all of a sudden. As it should.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this wild Adam Sandler love-a-thon.
Oh,
I mean, we covered him in our Galentine's Day special. He's covered here too. I'm sure there's more movies to come. He was in a couple of remakes himself, so we'll see. And yeah, we hope you keep listening and give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube. There's probably more coming. We'll figure that out. You can
also find us on Instagram.
You can find us on Instagram. It's Lights Camera Remake Podcast. You can email us if you have suggestions, concerns, or if you want to give Erica golf lessons. lightscameraremake@gmail.com.
You better have a good argument for that one, though.
Oh my goodness. You can find my Instagram, Bridget LaMonica. That's it. One word, like Madonna.
I love it.
Erica, go ahead and plug stuff so I stop rattling things off.
Okay. My band Service. You can find Service on Bandcamp, on Spotify, Apple Music, etc. The Bandcamp is bandcamp.com/gimme some service. That's gimme with 2 M's and an E.
Yeah, and I'll link these in our notes as usual because it's easier to do that than to try to listen and write things down, at least if you're me.
You can find me on Instagram at Stroutocaster, and you can find me on Letterboxd at Stroutocaster.
Oh, we've got plenty of movies to talk about in the future. Trust me, there's no shortage of movies to talk about.
Never.
Guys, I know we get really angsty about the fact that movies are remade and that sequels are remade, but remember, they don't all suck. They're not all a cash grab, and sometimes you have to take advantage of a Netflix deal. Why not?
250 mil. It's no slouch.
Yeah. I mean, that's nothing to sniff at. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for listening, everybody. Like and subscribe, people.
Until next time.